Good evening, Daniel and friends. It's election eve. We've been waiting for this for a long time. And on the election eve, I'm an evening here in my winter uniform. And as Bob Dylan said, many used to sing a song many years ago, still does perhaps, the times they're a changing, and they certainly are. In fact, one of our Democratic senators from the great state of Pennsylvania, um, John Hoodie Fetterman, came out on the Joe Rogan show and admitted that Democrats are allowing illegals into America to switch the voting demographics in key swing states. But we already know that. And and with the election coming up, the New York Times may be going on strike to add confusion on the election. Their lies aren't working anyway, so they won't be missed. But their absence might cause a little chaos, and that's kind of what they like to do at any rate, create chaos. And in fact, Hillary was in New York calling all those New Yorkers that attended the massive rally at Madison Square Garden for Donald Trump. He called them all Nazis that would go to that thing. And well, that just goes to the normal election for many of these Democrats. And the news media is doing what they always do, mislead. The media is always said in this poll's supposed to be a very, very close election. But Trump, every time he ran, his ratings are much lower than his performance. He always is a little bit higher than the performance, even the one that was stolen. As an example, in 2020, Biden supposedly had a 17% advantage in the polls going in to the election of 2020, which they stole. But even then, stealing it, they didn't get anywhere near that. Just across the board, lies and deceits. And when you think of Donald Trump, I don't think there's anyone in American history, and probably perhaps any other politician ever elected, that worked so hard to get elected as he has. When you consider Trump walked away from a life of grandeur. He was a beloved celebrity, appearing on all the shows and wherever he went, even on The View. The girls on The View before he ran were so giddy, rubbing his hair and kidding him all the time until he rode down that escalator. And to them, he became a male chauvinist pig, a racist, a crook, and a rapist, thief, all around nasty guy. And then he went on, and he was the only president that didn't take a payment. He gave his $400-some thousand a year to charity. And he lost, as president, over $2 billion. He was impeached twice, sued, that had cost him millions and millions of dollars just in legal fees. And he took all the sneers and the criticisms for himself and his remarkable children and wife. He walked away from a rich and famous lifestyle, even taking a bullet with restricted protection. Yet he continued to campaign like his life depended on his victory. Did he do this for fame or riches? He had that. He had fame, he had riches, all the golf courses that he wanted to go to, his own private jet. And he had all of that. What was he doing it for? He was doing it because he loved America. And no matter what the risk or the hard work or the insults and the hatred that he bared up under. Never flinched. He was doing it for America. And it's not gone unnoticed. The pollster Rasmussen came out this week and predicted that it would be, and his one of the most honest pollsters, and he predicted Trump with a landslide. And many of us are going to go out tomorrow to vote. Many already have voted. But be of good cheer, because we're winning. The news media has lost its glimmer, its power of persuasion. It's no longer trusted and being actually held in contempt. American people didn't smash their televisions or write letters to the editor about being lied to. They simply stopped watching fake news, stopped believing them. Our nation and the world in general slowly stopped being nations of sheep. The biggest fear of the Democrats and the news media and the deep state was to have the majority of Americans not believing their lies. They themselves may believe their lies, and they seem to. But once the public and good population of America, once you know you've been lied to, most people will not trust the liar again. Without their lies, they have lost the power over the people. America is awakening. As Solzhenitsyn said to the people of the Soviet Union, stop believing their lies. I think we may have a winner by tomorrow night. It's my guess, my feeling, depending upon how much Trump gets the massive turnout and massive votes. If he carries a few blue states, it might be over early in the night. And this nightmare for the last 4 years might come to an end. And I believe, as Donald Trump has said on many occasions, our best years are ahead of us. Our best days are coming. And so tonight on this eve, I wish all a good night, good voting, and we'll talk to you soon.